वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तम् गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करम् लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुम् ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणम् श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुम् प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यम् सद्गुरुम् चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दम् परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं
सर्वं
ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं
मां
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकुर्याम्
निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा
मा
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकरोत्
निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं
अनिराकरणं
मे
मे
अस्तु
अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तो ते मयि सन्तो
तदात्मनि
तदात्मनिरते य
निरते य उपनिषत्सु
उपनिषत्सु मयि
धर्मास्ते
सन्तो
मयि सन्तो ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तो
सन्तो
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति
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 शान्तिः
ॐ केनेषितं पतति प्रेषितं मनः
ॐ केनेषितं
केनेषितं
पतति
पतति
प्रेषितं मनः
प्रेषितमनः
केन प्राणः प्रथमः प्रैतियुक्तः
येन
येन
प्राणः
प्राणः
प्रथमः
प्रथमः
प्रैतियुक्तः
प्रैतियुक्तः
केनेषितां वाचमिमां वदन्ति
येनेषितां
केनेषितां वाचमिमां वदन्ति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं कवुदेवो युनक्ति
चक्षुश्रोत्रं तव
चक्षुश्रोत्रं
देवो
तु देवो
युनक्ति
युनक्ति
श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनो यत्
श्रोत्रस्य
श्रोत्रस्य
श्रोत्रं
श्रोत्रं
मनसो
मनसो
मनो
मनो
यत्
यत्
वाचोगवाचं स्वप्राणस्य प्राणः
वाचो वाचं
वाचोऽहवाचं
तव
सौ
प्राणस्य
प्राणस्य
प्राणः
प्राणः
चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमुच्यधीराः
चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमीशधीराः
चक्षुषश्चक्षुरतिमुच्यधीराः
प्रेत्यास्मालोकादमृता भवन्ति
एत्यास्मान्
एत्यास्मान् लोकादमृता
लोकादमृता
भवन्ति
भवन्ति
न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति
न तत्र
चक्षुर्गच्छति
चक्षुर्गच्छति
न वाग्गच्छति
न वा
न
गच्छति
वाग्गच्छति
नो मनो न विद्मः
नो
नो
मनो न
मनो न
विद्मः
विद्मः
न विजानीमो यथैतदनुशिष्यात्
न
विजानीमो यथैतदनुशिष्यात्
विजानीमोऽयथैतदनुशिष्यात्
अन्यदेव तद्विदिता ततो अविदिता दधि
अन्यदेव तद्विदिता ततो
तद्विदिता ततो
विदिता
अविदिता दधि
इति शुश्रुमपूर्वेषाम्
इति
शुश्रुमपूर्वेषाम्
येनस्तद्व्याचचक्षिरे
येनस्तद्व्याचक्षिरे
यद्वाचा न अभ्युदितम्
यद्वाचा न
यद्वाचारभ्युदितम्
अभ्युदितम्
यद्वाचा नभ्युदितम्
यद्वाचा
वाचारभ्युदितम्
नभ्युदितम्
येन वागभ्युध्यते
न
येन
वागभ्युद्यते
वागभ्युद्यते
तदेव ब्रह्मत्वम् विद्धि
तदेव
तदेव
ब्रह्मत्वं
ब्रह्मत्वं
विद्धि
विद्धि
नेदम् यदिदमुपासते
नेदं
यदिदमुपासते
यदिदमुपासते
यन्मनसा न मनुते
यन्मनसा
यन्मनसा
न
न
मनुते
मनुते
येनाहुर्मनो मतम्
येनाहुर्मनोमतम्
तदेव ब्रह्मत्वम् विद्धि
तदेव
ब्रह्मत्वं
ब्रह्मत्वं
विद्धि
विद्धि
नेदम् यदिदमुपासते
नेदं
नेदं
यदिदमुपासते
यदिदमुपासते
इति चतुर्थमन्त्रादारभ्य मन्त्रात् आरभ्य अन्तिम अस्मिन् अस्य पादस्य अन्तिम मन्त्रपर्यन्तम् अष्टतम मन्त्रपर्यन्तं मन्त्रपञ्चकेन वागादि अविषयत्वेन एव अवगन्तव्यं वस्तु ब्रह्म न अन्यथा इति उक्तमस्ति। वाचा अनभ्युदितं मनसा न मनुते चक्षुषा न पश्यति श्रोत्रेण न शृणोति प्राणेन न प्राणिति येन वाक् अभ्युद्यते येन मनः मतं भवति येन चक्षुगुंषि पश्यति येन श्रोत्रं श्रुतं भवति येन प्राणः प्रणीयते तत् ब्रह्म त्वम् असि न इदं नेदं यदिदम् उपासते इति। यदि वागादि इन्द्रिय अविषयत्वम् अस्ति ब्रह्मणः अतः तैः न अवगन्तव्यम् इति मन्त्रपञ्चकेन चतुर्थमन्त्रे उक्तमस्ति वाचा अनभ्युदितं पंच चतुर्थमन्त्रे अनन्तरं पंचतममन्त्रे मनसा रमनुते इति तद्वत् षष्ठतममन्त्रे चक्षुषा न पश्यति तद्द्रष्टव्यम् यच्चक्षुषा न पश्यति
चक्षुषा न पश्यति
येन चक्षुंषि पश्यति चक्षुंषि
ये-
पश्यति
येन चक्षुंषि पश्यति
पश्यति
तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि
तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं
तदेव
विद्धि।
ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि
नेदं यदिदमुपासते
नेदं
नेदं
यदिदमुपासते
यदिदमुपासते
You have to see from here. नेदं यदिदमुपासते नेदं यदिदमुपासते इति पुनः पुनः उपनिषदा उक्तम् अस्ति। भाष्यकारेण अपि न व्याख्यानं कृतं। किमर्थं न कृतं? व्याख्यातं कृतमेव पूर्वम्। कुत्र? चतुर्थमन्त्रे नेदं यदिदमुपासते उपासना विषयः न भवति इति पूर्वे एव उक्तम्। इदम् इति प्रसिद्ध विषय इदं शब्दस्य प्रयोगः भवति। नेदम् इदम् इति उपाधि विशिष्टम्। इदम् उपाधि विशिष्टम् अनात्म ईश्वरादि ध्यायन्ति जनाः ध्यायन्ति उपासते ध्यायन्ति यत् ध्यायन्ते जनाः people who meditate upon उपाधि भेद विशिष्टम् endowed with the उपाधि अनात्मा ईश्वरादि ईश्वर अनात्मा ईश्वर शिवः विष्णुः इत्यादयः अनात्म ईश्वरादि उपासन्ते तत् ब्रह्मण न इदं ब्रह्मण दिस इज नॉट ब्रह्म which is not ब्रह्म इदं न ब्रह्म भवति यत् उपाधिभेद विशिष्टं भवति यत् उपाधिभेद विशिष्टं भवति तं जनाः उपासते ध्यायन्ति people meditate upon them. It means it is an object of meditation. Upasana vishaya bhavati. Therefore, that is not Brahma. All anatma, Ishwaradi. Therefore, any saguna Brahma, Shivaha, Vishnuhu, all devatas. They are upadi, sagitam. Sagunam Brahma, Anatma. So, therefore, all Anatma, Upadhi Visishtam, endowed with Upadhi, are not Brahma. Iti nedam medidam upasate. Iti it's an upasana vishaya. Iti anatmanaha brahma abrahmatvam punaha punaha uchyate. It is said repeatedly. Chaturtha mantrataha punah punaha uchyate. Therefore, it is not vyakyatam. One time it is commented. That much is enough. Therefore, it is not commented. So, nedam medidam upasate. Abhyasaha. This is called abhyasaha. Abhyasaha is paunaf punyena vachanam. As we saw in Vedanta Sara, one of the Shadbinga, Upakramopasamharo, Abhyaso Purvathapalam, Arthavadopapattischa, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaye, Tatparya Nirnayartam, Shadlingani, Avashyakani. Teshu Ekam Lingam Bhavati Abhyasaha. Abhyasaha is Paun of Punyena, Uktihi, repeatedly saying. As in Chandogya, Tattvamasi iti, Navakrutva, उक्तः अस्ति तद्वत् अत्र नेदम् इदम् उपासते नेदम् इदम् उपासते. It is Upanishad emphasizes again and again. It is not an upasana. It is not an upasana vishaya. It is not an object of meditation. It is the swarupa of the meditate. Yatuhu swarupam iti. That is why. Nedam idam upasate. Idam iti prasiddham. We use the word idam means idam, this, which is well known. Idam shabdena. Idam shabdena abhitam bhavati. Idam, which is well known, not something which is unknown. It is well known means it must be Upadhi Visishtam. When it is Upadhi Visishtam, endowed with Upadhi, therefore it implies Dhyata, the meditator, Dhyeya, the meditated, and Dhyanam. Triputi Bheda works in when there is Upadhi Visishtam. Atava Jnatuhu Jnanam Jnyeya iti Vedavat. That is Anatma. And there is Veda. Therefore, Anatma, Rupam, Upadhi Visishtam, Ishvaradi, Upasate, Janaha, Dhyayanti, Tat na Brahma. That is not Brahma. Kim Tat Brahma? Tat Brahma Tom Vidhi. May you know that you are that Brahma. It is Mahavakya. This is also repeated again and again. Mahavakya, Abhyasaha. Not only Nedam Vididam Upasate, negating that which is not Brahma. What is Brahma also? That is Bhashikara says, Abrahmatvam Anatmanaha Abrahmatvam Punaha Uchyate Purarukti. That is Doshaha Bhavati. That is Abhyasaha. When it is something is said repeatedly, it will be strongly entrenched in the mind, which is oriented with, which is strongly oriented with Dvaita Buddhi, Dvaita Vipraya. It's not easy to replace Dvaita Buddhi with Advaita Jnanam. Therefore, Abhyasaha. Abhyasaha on the part of the Upanishad, in the form of teaching. Abhyasaha on the form of the sadhaka, the student, the shishya, to repeatedly practice. So that is the Tadeva Brahmattam Vidhi. Then first line, that is the Chaturtha mantra, we saw Vagadi, Vagiti, speech. Vagiti, speech, therefore Shabda, Varna, Akshara, Padani, Vag Padadi, Rupaya, Na Abhyuditam, Aprakashitam, Yena Vag Abhyudyate, Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha, Vagindriyam Abhyudyate. Similarly, in Manasana Manute, Manaha, Buddhihi, Manobuddhi, Rupa Antakaranena. Antakaranena na manute. Purushaha na manute. Antakaranena kopi Purushaha na manute na janati. What? Brahma. Because it is not a Vishaya, therefore one cannot think of Brahma like the person that like the Antakarana, like the Antakarana in the mind. A Vishaya is thought of in the form of a vritti. There is no Brahma vritti because it is not an object. Vrittis are known in the presence of Chaitanya. Chaitanya is not a vritti. Consciousness is not a vritti. But the contradiction is we say pot consciousness, cloth consciousness, tree consciousness. In fact, that is correct. But we say the other way. Pot comes, therefore, when the pot comes, pot becomes, we give importance to the pot, but not to the Chaitanyam, Chaitanya Jyotihi. Pot consciousness, when we say pot, it becomes a Visheshana, consciousness being there. Pot comes, pot goes, cloth comes, cloth goes, next thought comes. So consciousness is the Adhara, like the screen of a movie that always remains, on which the different frames are projected. Consciousness, the screen doesn't change. That which is not subject to any change, and that is the Adhara even for all the frames, the vritti of the mind. How can that be objectified by the vritti, by the antakaranam? Not possible. Therefore, na manute. Therefore, kopi purusha na janati. Antakaranena. Manasa, buddhya, na janati. Jnatum na shakyate. Chaitanya jyotisha eva manaha. Matam bhavati. Vijnatam bhavati. Jnatum yogyata prapnoti. Therefore, Manasah prakashakam chaitanyam yat tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam vididam pasate iti. Now in the next mantra, chakshusha, chakshurindriyani. Because all the indriyas are pointed out before, where the beginning itself, the beginning of the first mantra itself, shotrasya shotram manaso manoyat, vachoga vacham savapranasya pranaha, चक्षुषश्चक्षुरति मुच्यधीरः तपो श्रोत्रम मनः प्राणः न तत्र चक्षुर्गति न वा गृजति no mano avidnah. Therefore all the indriyas are pointed out and the inability to grasp brahma grahanam asambhavah taihi iti eshu mantreshu uttamasti. Now this mantra, let us see the mantra, the meaning, and then we will see the bhashyam. Bhashyam is simple. From this mantra onwards, it is simple, 2 lines bhashyam. Because our line is already commented. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi mahavakya nedam vidupasate iti punah punah uktaha santi. Now, yat, the pronoun, yat referring to, yat chakshusha na pashyati. Yat chakshusha na pashyati. Na pashyati. Pashyati, kriya padam, therefore there is karta. Let us apply. Taha kopi purushaha naraha manusyaha lokaha janaha iti. Yat yati dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. That is not that the person, manushaha, kopi purushaha, yat it is equal to that Brahma, that is Tham, Brahma, Chakshusha, na pashyati, na vishayi karo, na pashyati. Chakshurindriyani is Rupa Gragaha Chakshurindriyam. That is the Indriya, in fact, which somewhere the objectification of the Vastu, the objects, in terms of its form and color, starts. Because Shotram is just sound. Aka is a Shotram which is which is just a sound, Akasha Guna Shabdaha. Then Vayu, that is, Tvak is only Sparsha. So these are Amurta, those two are Akasha and Vayu Amurta. Therefore, from them corresponding to Indriyas which are born, that also can perceive only Amurta Padartha, like sound and Sparsha. Then from Murta starts from Chakshurindriyani. Therefore, Rupa Gragaka Chakshurindriyani Tena Taihi. Yata na pashyati, a person doesn't see with the help of the eye. Yena chakshumshi pashyati. Here it is very interesting. Yena chakshumshi pashyati. But the person, he sees. Yena, by which? Yena Jyotisha, Chaitanya Jyotisha, Brahmana. Chakshumshi pashyati. He sees the eyes. He perceives the eyes. Chakshu, Chakshus. It is Sakaranta Napumsaklinga Shabda. So therefore, Chakshu, Chakshushi, Chakshumshi. Chakshumshi iti Bhagavachanam. A person has only two eyes. Therefore, it should be Dvivachanam, but here Bhagavachanam is used. Pashyati Kriya Padam. That is Purushaha Pashyati. Purushaha Yat, that is Karma, the object of Darshanam, Pashyati. Purushaha Yat Chakshusha na Pashyati. Purushaha Yena Brahmana Chaitanya Jyotisha Chakshumshi Pashyati. He sees the eyes. How does it see the help of the mirror or whatever it is, or by touching the eyes, or by the help of the mirror? With the help of the mirror, he sees the eyes. That is not Yena. I mean, the mirror being there, therefore he can see the eyes. Yena, that also, not because mirror is there, he can see. There should be vision in the eyes. Therefore, Chaitanya Jyoti must be there. How can a person see his own eyes? Either by sparsha, by touching the eyes, or with the help of some medium. But that alone is not enough. But the light of Chaitanya, consciousness must be there. Yena, Chaitanya Jyotisha. In the absence of which you cannot perceive. There cannot be any perception. But a person has only two eyes. Now here, Bhagavachanam, Chakshumshi. It is not mistake. Either we can take it as Chandasam, or Vashakara beautifully explains. It is Chakshumshi is perception of the eyes. That is, the eye sees things, objects. It cannot independently operate. Eyes can operate only with the help of the Antakarna. Meaning the eyes can perceive color and forms only when backed up by the mind. Only when mind is there, then eyes can see. Mind not there, eyes cannot function. Eyes may be open but cannot perceive form and shape. Therefore, mind being there, so whatever the eye sees, and that are in the form of the Antakarna Vritti. You see an apple, the eye sees, there is a Vritti, corresponding Vritti in the Antakaranam. Like that, so many objects are seen, and therefore there are many Antakarna Vritti. That is what is referred to. Therefore, Antakarna Vritti are many. Therefore, perception of the eyes, what the eyes perceive, Antakarna Vritti, that is what Chakshumshi is. So the perception of eyes is known, Yena, by which it is known to a person. That is Brahma. That is Brahma, Tatat Tvam Asi, Nedam Vididam Upasate. So therefore, may you know, Tatat Brahma Tvam Vidhi. You are that Atma Tattva Brahma. That is, you are not an object of meditation. You are the Swarupa. You are the Swarupa of the Dhyata, minus Trich, whatever it is, that is you. So you are not qualified by your action. You may be a Dhyata, you may be a Shwata, you may be a Jnata, you may be a Ganta, Vakta, whatever it is. But you are not qualified by what you do or what you are endowed with in the form of Upadhi. You are what you are. You are Swarupa. Therefore, now Upasate iti. This is the reading. So therefore, the eyes by the eyes which enjoys the faculty of seeing with the help of the mind, Antakaranam should be there. Therefore, the eyes objectify objects. The eyes can perceive colors and forms of the objects. So therefore, Lokaha, Manushyaha, Chakshusha, Pashyati, Loke, Binna, Vishayan. But yet Brahmana Pashyati, but he cannot see Brahma. Why? Because it is its Swarupa. Yena Chaitanyena Brahma Jyotisha Chakshumshi Pashyati. Whatever the eyes perceive in the form, perceive, and that is there in the form of the Vritti, Antakarna Vritti, that the person sees with the help of which that is Brahma. What is that Brahma? You are that Brahma. Tat Tvam Vidhi Na Idam Edam Vididam Upasate. Idam Na Brahma Bhavati Yat Janaha Upasate Dhyayanti. Tat Brahma Na Bhavati Tat Brahma Tvam Asi Iti. Iti, the meaning of this mantra. Yena Chaitanyena Chakshumshi. When Tikakara says Chakshumshi is Bhagavachanam Chandasam. Iti. But Vashakara takes it a different way. Chakshumshi Bhagavachanam. It is doesn't referring just to the eyes, it's referring to the perception of the eyes. The eyes perceive various objects and that are in the form of the vritti, antakarna vritti. Therefore, antakarna vrittis are many. Therefore, Bhagavachanam Chakshumshi. That's how Bhashakara takes. He explains that. We'll see that. Yat chakshusha na pashyati
यत् चक्षुषा न पश्यति
na vishayi karoti
न विषयीकरोति
antakarna vritti sanyuktena lokaha.
अन्तःकरणवृत्तिसंयुक्तेन लोकः
Lokaha means janaha manushyaha iti. Lokaha, a person, a human being. Na pashyati. He doesn't see. What? What is the object of pashyati? Na pashyati is he doesn't see. Yet prasiddha sarvanama yet napumsakalinga and Brahma is also napumsakalinga. Therefore yet Brahma. Brahma na pashyati. He doesn't see Brahma. He doesn't see Chaitanya. Doesn't see consciousness. Doesn't see Atma. How can he see Atma? He can perceive Anatma. Whatever he perceives is only Anatma. Atma cannot be perceived because it is a Swarupa of the very perceiver. So whatever is perceived, any form, the form of the sense perception or in the form of vritti, the thoughts, they're all Anatma only. So every time we deal with Anatma only, we don't deal with Atma. You cannot deal with yourself. You can be with yourself. You cannot deal with yourself. The Vyavahara is dealing with yourself, dealing with others. Purely not dealing with you. Even when you say you are with you, dealing with yourself, it means you are dealing with your vritti, the thoughts. That is not you. Thoughts are anatma only. So dealing with you means I am with myself. I am with myself means you are with your thoughts, lot of worries, anxieties. It's anatma only. Therefore, you are really speaking, you are not with yourself. You are all the time with anatma only. Who can say really one is with myself? I am with myself. When you know that you are Atma and you are not dictated, conditioned by any form of the Anatma, that's avastha. That jnana avastha is then only the person can say, I am with myself. Otherwise, Nobody can say, I'm with myself. You are with your thoughts. Wherever you go, mind will be there. Other things, other persons may not be there, but mind. So you will be always busy with the thoughts of the mind. You have purva, samskaras, the vritti. So that they are all anatma only. Antakarna vritti is anatma because it is known. That which is known, it's not you, anatma. So all the time we deal with anatma only. We think we deal with ourselves. We are not dealing with ourselves. We are dealing with anatma. That is the vritti in the form of past memories, or worry about the future, or mainly worry about the past. Of course, worry about the future. So anatma only. So therefore, Brahma, which is the Swarupa of the very perceiver, therefore, Lokaha na pashyati doesn't see yat Brahma na vishaye karoti. It cannot be objectified. Avishayaha vishayi bhavati. Vishayi karoti. Abhuta tadbhavichvi pratyaya. Doesn't objectify. Antakarna vritti sanyuktena. Vashakar nicely adds Antakarna vritti sanyuktena. Endowed with the sanyuktaha. Samyak itta endowed with the vritti, the thoughts of the antakaranam. Endowed with the means the eyes are functioning, eyes can perceive objects only when backed up by the mind, I said. Without mind, how can eyes perceive objects? Whatever the eyes perceive, that is in the form of the vritti. When it is illumined by Chaitanyam, then it becomes the object of knowledge. Therefore, antakarna vritti sanyuktena lokaha Brahmana pashyati. It means it is not antakarna sanyuktena, endowed with the thought of, endowed with the vritti. The antakarnam, which is endowed with the vritti, and vritti only, and the vritti, the, the, the vishikarnam, indriyas, whatever the indriyas perceive, that is objectified, and that is in the form of the vritti is available for the person that the person knows. That's why we say the person really doesn't perceive any, doesn't see any object, doesn't perceive any object. What he sees is only the reflection of his mind, antakaranam. He cannot see a thing as it is. It is not possible. You cannot perceive a thing as it is. A thing, an object, it reaches your indriya and it is in the form of the vritti in your antakaranam. And that antakaranam, that vritti, the antakaranam, the vritti is that is only you see. That is only you, that only you can know. You cannot know the vastu, the outside object as it is. You can only know the thought corresponding to the object, corresponding to the object, what your indriyas perceive. All the time, therefore, you are dealing with yourself, antakarnam only, antakarna vritti only. Therefore, antakarna vritti sayuktena vishayi na karo, vishayi na vishayi karoti na pashyati brahma iti. Therefore, eyes cannot perceive. That's what it means finally. The perception of eyes only in the form of the vritti, and therefore it is not possible because it is not a vishaya. Therefore, vishayi na karoti. Brahma is not a vishaya. Therefore, vishayi na karoti. Antakarna vritti sanyuktena. That is where the Vashakaras, so you can see Antakarna vritti sanyuktena. Endowed with the Antakarna, which is endowed with the vritti. Vritti is only in the Antakarna. Whatever the Chakshurindriya perceive, that is in the form of Antakarna vritti. Antakarna vritti, that does the Vishayikaranam. That with regard to Brahma, it cannot do. Therefore, Lokaha na pashyati, Manushyaha na pashyati. Ityartaha. Then, Yena chakshumshi
येन चक्षुंषि
Antakarna vritti bheda bhinnaha
अन्तःकरणवृत्तिभेदभिन्नाः
करणवृत्तिभेदभिन्नाः
Chakshur vritti pashyati
चक्षुर्वृत्तिः
चक्षुर्वृत्तिः
पश्यति
पश्यति
चैतन्यात्मज्योतिषा विषयीकरोति व्याप्नोति
चैतन्य आत्मा ज्योतिषा
चैतन्यात्मज्योतिषा
विषयीकरोति व्याप्नोति
विषयीकरोति
तदेव इत्यादि पूर्ववत्
तदेव
तदेव
इत्यादि
इत्यादि
पूर्ववत्
पूर्ववत्
येन चैतन्येन चक्षुंषि वशकर says antakarna vritti bheda bhinnaha. How many antakarna vrittis are there? Only one or two? So many. Every time there is vritti because indriyas operate, all the pancha jnanendriya, all the time it operates. One or other thing always it perceives. Therefore, antakarna vritti bheda bhinnaha. Antakarna vrittis are many. They are differentiated. There are many by variety of thoughts. Therefore, antakarnam is nothing but the flow of the vritti, which is endowed with the vritti. And there are many, Vedaha, Bhinnaha, they are different and very various. So, Veda Bhinnaha, that is Chakshur vritti. Therefore, Chakshurmshi is equal to Antakarna vritti, Veda Bhinnaha, Chakshur vritti, 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 it is Dvitiya vritti, vrittayah, vrittim, vritti, Mati Shabdavatu. चक्षुर्वृत्तिः चक्षुषः वृत्तयः तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचनं चक्षुर्वृत्तिः षष्ठी तत्पुरुष समासा चक्षुषः वृत्तिः पश्यति therefore बहुवचनं that's why चक्षुंषि बहुवचనం is there चक्षुर्वृत्तिः is the perception, the visual perception. How many visual perceptions? So many, not one or not two. Therefore, Chakshumshi referring to the perceptions of the eyes. Therefore, Bhagavachanam. Perceptions are Antakarna Vritti Veda Bhinnaha. They are different and they are many. Therefore, Bhagavachanam. Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha Vishayi Karoti. By Chaitanya Jyotihi alone it is known. Chaitanya Jyotisha Vishayi Karoti. The light of consciousness. Consciousness is light of consciousness. That is Upacharika in Shashti. We say Chaitanyam, which is Jyotihi, Chaitanya Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi. Therefore, Tena Vishīkaroti objectifies. Vyapnoti pervades. Apnoti pervades. So, Chaitanya Jyotisha eva the Chakshur Vrittihi. The Vritti is pervaded. Vyapnoti. Vishīkaroti Vyapnoti encompasses pervades. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi, that is Purvavatu. That is not commented. So, therefore, the different objects which the eyes perceive, they are different in color, different forms. These contribute to the variety of thoughts of the mind. Therefore, Antakarna Vrittayaha, Bhakvayaha, Antakarna Vrittayaha. Therefore, that alone is referred to by the word Chakshurshi, which is in Bhagavachanam. That's what Bhashikara says. Or we can take it as Chandasam, as Tikakara says. So, therefore, because of Chaitanya, even the functioning of the eyes is objectified. Therefore, the eyes cannot objectify the Chaitanya. That is the meaning. Eyes can know the color, eyes can know the form, but how the eyes itself can objectify that which is the cause of its very function, not possible. Therefore, only na Vishayi Karoti. Iti. Then the next the mantra, Chakshurendriya is over now, Shrotrendriya. Why all Indriyas? Only one Indriya, one time it is mentioned, the same thing can be extended. It has to enter our buddhi strongly, to be entrenched in our buddhi. Therefore, or doubt may come, not by Chakshurendriya. Why not by Shrotrendriya? Chakshurendriya perceive forms and colors, Murta, first Murta Padartha. Shotrendriya is amurta. So Brahma is also without form. Therefore, Shotrendriya also Shabda. It perceives Shabdam, the sound, which is amurta, not a form, subtle. Therefore, could be possible. No, that is also not possible. Therefore, the Upanishad says, Yet Shotrena Nashnoti,
श्रोत्रेण न शृणोति
Yena Shotramidam Shrutam,
येन श्रोत्रमिदं श्रुतम्
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi,
तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि
Edam Medidam Upasate.
नेदं यदिदमुपासते
Shrunoti Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam Kaha, we have to supply Lokaha. Yet, as before, it is Ditya Ekavachanam Brahma. Shotrena Vidhi Elpa Shotrendriya, the person cannot or doesn't know Brahma. Yena, by which Brahmana, Chaitanya Jyotisha, Idam Shrotam Shrutam, Shrutam objectified, known. The eyes are known. The functioning of the ears. The functioning of the ears are known with the help of Chaitanya Jyotihi. But the ears cannot know the Chaitanya Jyotihi. The person cannot know Brahma with Shotrendriya. Why? Because Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha, the Shotrendriya is Shotrendriya. Shotram Shrutam. Shotram itself is objectified. Shotrendriya is Shrutam. Shruta Akta Pratyaya. Therefore, referring to the object, Shotram. Shotram Shrutam. Shotram Shrutam. So Shotram is objectified. Shotram is objectified. Chaitanya Jyotisha, by which Chaitanya Jyoti. Shotram is objectified means, again, the perception. The Shotrendriya is made functional by the Chaitanya Jyoti. Therefore, how can the Shotram know that? Not possible. Sun, Suryaha Bhati, Chandraha Anubhati, shines after. Can the Chandra illumine the sun? It is reflected. The moon enjoys reflection, enjoys reflected light, the light which is borrowed from the sun. It is unlike sun, it is not suprakashaha. Similarly, Shotram is not suprakashaha. Functions in the presence of, it's functioning because of Chaitanya Jyoti. Therefore, how can the Shotrendriya can know it? Not possible. Therefore, Purushaha Shotrena tat na shnoti. Iti. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam vidimupasate. It is repeated. Now let us read the Bhashyam. Yat shrotrena na shnoti.
ते श्रोत्रेण न शृणोति
श्रोत्रेण न शृणोति
Dig devata adishtithena akashakaryena.
दिग्देवता अधिष्ठितेन आकाशकार्येण
Manovritti sanyuktena.
मनोवृत्तिसंयुक्तेन
मनोवृत्तिसंयुक्तेन
Na vishayi karoti lokaha.
न
न
विषयीकरोति
विषयीकरोति
लोकः
लोकः
Yena shotramidam shrutam.
येन
येन
श्रोत्रमिदं
श्रोत्रमिदं श्रुतम्
Yat prasiddham chaitanyatma jyotisha vishayi
यत्
प्रसिद्धं
प्रसिद्धं
चैतन्यात्मज्योतिषा
चैतन्यात्मज्योतिषा विषयीकृतम्
तदेव इत्यादि पूर्ववत्
तदेव
तदेव
इत्यादि
इत्यादि
पूर्ववत्
पूर्ववत्
तो लोकः मनुष्यः लोकः लोक्यते अनुभूयते इति लोकः. This is one thing. Lokaha means not referring to any loka. Lokyate anubhuyate referring to the karmani vitpatya, referring to the loka, the world. But lokati, avalokate iti lokaha, the one who perceives, it means referring to the person, human being. Manushyaha. Na shrunoti, doesn't hear. what? Yat, that is Brahma. How? Any hearing is only through the Indriya, Shrotrendriya. Therefore, Shrotrena na Shrunoti, Vishaykaroti. Na Shrunoti, na Vishaykaroti. Vishaykaranam is not, he cannot do with the help of Shrotrendriya. He can do Vishaykaranam of any other sound emanating from the objects. Vishaykaranam, he can do the Vishaykaranam of the sound with the help of Shrotrendriya, but he cannot hear Brahma. Because it is the very cause of the functioning of the ears, by which hearing is possible, therefore it cannot be heard, as we saw before. And here, Bhashyakara says, Dik Devata, Shrotrendriya, Shrotra corresponds to the sound, therefore Shabda. Among the Panchabhuta, Shabda. Among the Panchabhuta, it is Akasha. Akasha Gunaha is Shabdaha, Shabda, and therefore Shrotrendriya. We know Akasha, from Akasha only, the Shrotrendriya. That is corresponds to Shrotrendriya corresponds to the Akasha, and Akasha Gunaha is Shabda. And Akasha space, the Devata is Dik Devata. Presided over by Dik Devata, therefore Shrotrendriya Devata is Dik Devata. Dik Devata direction. So it is Adhisthana Devata of the Shrotrendriya. So when we look at Ishvara from the standpoint of any particular faculty, we give a name, Dik Devata. The deity is nothing but Ishvara, which presides over the faculty of hearing. Similarly, if it is Chakshurendriya, Suryaha iti, Padaha Vishnu, like in Tattvabodha we saw. The same Ishvara, when it is looked upon from the standpoint of some particular faculty, then how many devatas are there? So many devatas. As many organs, so many devatas. Chakshurendriya, one devata. Shrotrendriya, one devata. Granendriya, Ashwini Kumara, one devata. Jikva, one devata. Not only with the external organs, every internal organs correspond to one Adhisthana Devata. All kidneys, kidney Devata. Adhisthana Devata is pancreas and pancreas Devata. Heart, Devata, Adhisthana Devata. Lungs, Adhisthana Devata. Presided over by the Devata only, heart is heart, lung is lung function, they all function. There's an order. My heart functions the same way as every other heart functions. There's an order. Therefore, there is a Devata presiding over which, by the blessing of the Devata, it is an order. And all the Devatas are presided over by Ishvara. That is what Ishvara. The same Ishvara, when it is looked from the standpoint of the faculty, when it is endowed with a particular Upadhi, that we call the Adhisthana Devata. So here, Adhisthana Devata is Dik Devata. Shrotrendriyasya, Dik Devata, presided over by the Devata. Dik Devata is nothing but Ishvara. He represents Ishvara. From the standpoint of the functioning of the ears, it's called Dik Devata. Ishvara is called Dik Devata. Therefore, Akasha Karyena. Akasha is a product. Akasha Karyena, Manovritti Sanyuktena, which is endowed with Manasaha Vrittihi, Antakarna Vrittihi. So, Manasaha Vrittihi, Antakarna Vrittihi. So, Shrotrendriya, Shrotrena, and Vashotrena, with the help of the ear, which is presided over by the Dik Devata Adhishtitena, Shotrena, and its Shotrendriya is a Karya, product of Akasha, therefore Akasha Karyena Shotrena, and the Shotrendriya is endowed with the Vritti, Manovritti Sayuktena. All these words qualify Shotrena, the one word. This is the description of Shotrendriya. So Shotrendriya, similarly we can do it for all the other Indriyas also. Chakshurendriya is Agni Karya. Presiding Devata is Surya Devata. Surya Adhishtitayana, we can say. And of course, Antakarna Sanyuktena, that is common for all. Here, Bhashyakara, it describes the Shotrendriya, Shotrena, that word. Shrotrena na shrunoti lokaha manushyaha. Shrotrena, and Shrotra is qualified by Dig Devata Adhishtitena Shrotrena, Akashakarina Shrotrena, Manovritti Sayuktena Shrotrena, Vishayi na karoti, therefore na shrunoti. What? It Brahma. It's not available for, it is not available for hearing. It is not an object. It is not an object of, it is not an object. Everything can become an object of consciousness, but consciousness cannot become an object of anything because it is a swarupa of everything. How can it become an object? It can never be an object. It is only subject without any object. If at all any subject is there, it doesn't have an object, it's only Chaitanyam. The only always a subject without object. It means when objects are not there, then subject also is one. It is not even a subject. It is what it is. The Swarupa. When subject is there, object will be there, other karakas will walk in. It is it is subject or no object. And where is subject? With reference to object, we can say this is subject. No objects. No object. Therefore, no subject. And the title subject also is not required. So it is what it is. That's what the Karaka Upamaradhanam we say. When Karakas are knocked off, all the Karakas, then Karta alone remains. What Karta? When other Karakas are not there, it is Kartuhu Swarupam. Brahmarpanam Brahmavigi, that sloka we saw. So, for Shrotrena Nashnoti, Yena Shrotra, Idam Shrotram Shrutam. Idam Shrotram, Idam Shrotram is Yet Prasiddham, well known. Yat Prasiddham, Chaitanya Jyotisha Vishayikritam. Chaitanya Jyotisha, this here is well known Prasiddham here. That is Vishayikritam, that is objectified. Shrotrendriya is objectified, means perception of the ear, that is hearing, the Antakarna Vritti is Vishayikritam, Yena, by which Chaitanya Jyotihi. Therefore, how can a person know that? Not possible, cannot. Swarupatvat. Tadeva Brahmattam Vidi Nedam Viditam Upasate iti Purvavat. Therefore, na Vyakyatam Kritam. Then the last mantra, that is also small mantra. Let us read, complete that also. Yat prane na praniti.
Yet pranena na
यत्प्राणेन न
praniti.
प्राणिति
Yena prana praniyate.
Yena
येन
prana pranayate.
प्राणप्रणीयते
Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi.
Tadeva
तदेव
तदेव
ब्रह्मत्वं
ब्रह्मत्वं
विद्धि
विद्धे
Nedam Vididam Upasate.
nedam
नेदं
yadidam
यदित
upasate.
उपासते
If you remember the word prana, we took it as before. Having mentioned the Indriya, Shrotrindriya, Chakshurindriya, then prana comes. Then prana, it should be, instead of prana, Granendriya should be. Because all the Jnanendriyas are mentioned by the Upanishad. Then prana, when we say, it should be Granendriya, Granam, Nasika. But we did not take that. We took Pranendriya to be prana. Because in the prana itself, Granendriya is included. Prana, apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. In that itself, the respiratory, that inhalation is the functioning of the nose. Therefore, we took the meaning of the word prana to be not grana. We took that to be the prana itself, mukhya prana. But here the prana, here the Bhashyakara takes that to be Granendriya. So previously, then the second mantra, we took it as a mukhya prana, not as grana. When you take it as mukhya prana, Granendriya also covered in that. Prana, apana. So Adhogamanavan Vayuhu, Praggamanavan Vayuhu, Pranaha, Adhogamanavan Vayuhu, Apanaha. So functioning of the nose, inhalation, exhalation, there itself grana is included. Inhale, you smell it. Inhalation. But here Bhashyakara takes prana to be Granendriya. Prana here he takes. can take prana to be a Mukhya prana also. Bhashyakara takes perception of smell. So secondary meaning it takes. Secondary meaning and primary meaning, of course, it's also included. Here the idea is the sense organs cannot objectify Atma. That is the idea. Therefore, it takes here prana to be Granendriya. Okay. So Granendriya cannot objectify Atma. So Pranena by Granendriyena by the organ which perceives smell, that is Nasika. So by that, na praniti. So Gyanendriya knows, cannot smell. Yeah. Yet again you have to supply lokaha. Yet Brahma pranena na praniti. A person cannot smell Brahma. Person cannot smell Brahma. Taking prana to be grana. This is one meaning. Taking the meaning of the word prana to be grana, granendriya, pranena, the organ of the perception of smell. See, when we say prana, Mukhya prana referring to Pancha prana, prana, pana, vyana. As Gauna prana, it referring to the Indriya. Pranasya pranaha, that mantra is what we saw. That we took prana to be Mukhya prana. But here one meaning, here we can take it as prana to be Granendriya, that is one meaning. But here also we can take prana to be Mukhya prana, that is also possible. Bhashyakara takes prana to be Granendriya. Suppose if we take prana to be a Mukhya prana, prana stands for Shakti, the prana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Right? Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. So it stands for all the respiratory system, then assimilation, digestion, all the system, prana. Without prana, Sharira cannot sustain. Sense organs, sense objects cannot function. Mind cannot function. So everything is made of prana only. So minus prana, mind cannot function, sense organs cannot function, body cannot function. Can the prana objectify Brahma? Can the prana know Brahma? No. Prana is sustained by consciousness. Consciousness is not sustained by prana. That meaning also we can take. But Bhashyakara doesn't take that meaning. He takes the year prana to be grana. This is an additional point you can note. You can take prana to be Mukhya prana, that is Pancha prana. Or just prana to be grana, as Bhashyakara takes that the grana indriya. So pranaha here means smell, pranena, granendriyena, na praniti. Granendriya na praniti. Doesn't smell. A person cannot smell. Pranena na praniti. Yena pranaha praniyate, by which the organ of smell, praniyate, is made functional. Praniyate, prakasha niyate, nidatu, niyate, directed, by which the sense organ, the pranaha, that granendriya is functional, made functional. Tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedamritam upasade purvavat yakyatam. Now the Bhashya. Yat pranena granena grananadra.
Yat pranena granena
Parthivena
parthivena
nasika putantaravastitena
नासिकापुटान्तरवर्तितेन
antakarna pranavrittibhyam sahitena
अन्तःकरणप्राणवृत्तिभ्यां
प्राणवृत्तिभ्यां
सहितेन
सहितेन
yat na praniti
यत्
यत्
न
न
प्राणिति
प्राणिति
गंधवत न विषयी करोति
गन्धवत् न विषयीकरोति
विषयीकरोति
येन चैतन्य ज्योतिषा
येन
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 चैतन्यात्मज्योतिषा
चैतन्यज्योतिषा
अवभास्यत्वेन
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 स्वविषयं प्रति
विषयं
स्वविषयं
प्रति
प्रति
प्राणः प्रणीयते
प्राणः
प्राणः
प्रणीयते
प्रणीयते
तदेव इत्यादि सर्वं समानम्
तदेव
तदेव
इत्यादि
इत्यादि सर्वं
सर्वं
समानम्
समानम्
समानं सेम् तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं विदितम् उपासते इति सर्वं समानं the व्याख्यानम् is समानं same as before समानं भवति therefore न व्याख्यातं कृतं न व्याख्यातं कृतम् now yat pranena granena as we saw before the shotrena was qualified by so many words digdevata dishtitena here Bhashakara says yat granena we have to supply lokaha as we supplied before lokaha na vishayi karoti a person na praniti gandhavat na vishayi karoti a person cannot or doesn't objectify. You cannot objectify. Gandhavatana vishayi karote, like a smell which is objectified, is smelled. Smell is smelled. Like that, vishayi karanam, the person cannot do. Na praniti. Yet, that is Brahma. Pranena, by granendriyena. Pranena is equal to, prana referring to the indriya. What indriya? Not mukhya prana, gauna prana, that is indriya. Mukhya when we say pancha prana, gauna referring to indriya. So, granena. Parthivena, from where Parthiva has come? Shaka Parthivaha. Parthiva is king, Raja. No. Parthiva referring to the previous one, Akasha Karyena, that is the sound, the Shotrendriya is Karya of the Akasha, product of the Akasha. Now, Parthiva is, so here it is, Granendriya is a product of, is born of Prithvi. Parthivena is Tadita word. Parthiva. Prithivyaha jataha. There is one Tadita sutra. Tasya jataha. Tasya jatam. Sutram is there. Adhikara. That from which is Tasya jatam. In that, certain pratyaya is, Tadita pratyaya is added. Prithivyaha jatam. Parthiva. Parthivena. Tena Parthivena. Prithvi. Prithivyaha jataha. Jatam. Born of Prithvi. Prithvi Karya. That is the meaning. Prithvi Karyam. Nasika Putantaravastina Kutra, where it is located. The Nasika Putha. Nasika Yaha Putam Tasya Antaraha Avastitam. Antare Nasika Putantare Avastitam. But this prana, this Indriya, Tena, Nasika Putantara Vastitena, and that is Antakarana Prana Vrittibhyam. Bhashakara beautifully includes here that here just Antakarana Vrittibhyam is alone is enough as here. He has done Manovritti Sanyuktena, but he says Antakarna Prana Vrittibhyam. Antakarna Prana Vrittibhyam. So Prana includes Mukhya Prana he brings in. Antakarnam, then Prana. Antakarnam cha Pranam cha Antakarna Prana Tayoho Vrittihi. Antakarna Prana Vrittihi. Tabhyam Sahitena. Along with what? Along with or Sahitena, along with, or endowed with, or supported by, whatever it is. By Antakarna Pranavrittibhyam. Antakarna is Antakarna. And Pranavrittibhyam, Prana referring to the functioning of the prana. So endowed with the functioning of prana. Prana is Mukhya Prana and Antakaranam. So Bhashikara brings the Mukhya Prana here. Because Nasikendra functioning means prana is there. Then only it can smell. So without prana, then how can the Nasikendriya smell? So prana is that which provides energy. It's Kriya Shakti. It is responsible for the functioning. Therefore, Antakana Prana Vrittibhyam Sagitena Yat na praniti. That is, all these words qualify pranena, that is Nasika, that is Granendriyam. Yat pranena is equal to Granena Pranena, Parthivena Pranena, नासिकापुटान्तरवस्थितेन pranena. The Gyanendriya is located in the Nasikantara, Nasik, situated in the cavity of the nostrils. Nasika yaha putaha, Nasika putaha, Nasika putasya antaraha, inside in the nostril, avastita. Nasika putantare avastitam. Tena, Nasika putantaravastitena pranena, antakana pranavrittibhyam sagitena pranena. That prana, that is Gyanendriya, which is endowed with the Antakarnam, functioning of the Antakarnam and the Mukhya Prana. Two things are involved. Antakarna as well as Prana is involved in the perception of the smell. Therefore, Antakarna Prana Vrittibhyam Sagitena Pranena Yat Brahma Lokaha Na Praniti, doesn't smell, cannot smell Gandhavat, like he smells objects like that, he cannot smell. Vishna Vishayi Karoti. Smelling is also Vishayi Karna. That he cannot do with regard to Brahman. Because it is the Surupatvat. Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha Avabhasatyena Svabhishayam Prati Pranaha Praniyate. Pranaha, that Indriya Praniyate, is directed, is made functional by the help of which? What is that? Chaitanya Jyotisha. By the light of consciousness, the Pranaha, the Gyanendriya, is Avabhasyatvam. Granasya Avabhasyatvam asti. The status of being the illumined is there for the Shrotrendriya because of Chaitanya Jyotihi. Therefore, Svavishayam Prati Pranaha, because of which alone Svavishayam Prati Pranaha Praniyate. In the presence of Chaitanya Jyotihi alone, the Pranendriya functions with regard to its sphere of its area of Svavishayam Prati. Svavishayam Prati towards its object. The prana can function. Svavishayam Prati, Pranendriya can function. Praniyate is made functional. Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha. Therefore, how can the prana, the Gyanendriya, can objectify Brahma? Not possible. Tadeva ityadi sarvam samanam yata vyakyatam purvam. The same thing. Avabhasyatvena is, you can note, avabhasyatvena, avabhasyatvam, bhas, then yat pratyaya, kritya pratyaya, that which is illumined. Avabhasyatvam, Chaitanya Jyotisha, avabhasyatvena. Avabhasyatvam, tasya bhavaha, avabhasyatvam, tena avabhasyatvena. Avapurvaka bhastatu, then yat pratyaya, then tadita pratyatvam, then Tritiya Vibhakti of that, Avabhasyatvena. So, Avabhasyatvena, it is adverbial. Adverbial usage here. Avabhasyatvena praniyate. Pranaha praniyate. Prana is made functional. How? Avabhasyatvena praniyate. As adverbial, it is used here. Avabhasyatvena praniyate. Being illumined. Having the status of being illumined. Pranaha, Gyanendriya, is made functional by Chaitanya Jyotisha. Don't connect Avabhasyatvena to Chaitanya Jyotisha. Chaitanyatma Jyotisha is Tritiya. Avabhasyatvena also Tritiya. That was Samanadikaran. No, not like that. Yena Chaitanya Jyotisha Svavishayam Prati Pranaha Avabhasyatvena Praniyate. Put it like that, then it will be clear. It will match. Praniyate is made functional, is directed. Avabhasyatvena, being illumined, the Pranendriya is directed towards its object, that is the Vishaya, Ghana Vishaya. By what? By Chaitanya Jyoti. Chaitanyatma Jyotisha. Chaitanyam, Atma is Chaitanyam. Tava Chaitanyatma Jyotisha. With this, the first section of the Kena Upanishad is done. Then the start the next section. We have 4 sections are there. So first section, all the mantras are important. First mantra, we have long commentary. After that, short commentaries only. The second section that we'll start in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.